Hello again. So I'm back to playing some more Super Nintendo games. Thought that Cybernator would be a fun choice. I actually was mixed up a little on what I should go with. I actually have quite a few ideas for what I could be playing maybe in the near future, but I felt like this was a natural good choice because I've just been in that mindset lately where I just feel like playing a lot of the old school run and gun shooters, pretty much like Contra and Super Turrican, and I feel like this kind of fits nicely in that category. So let's jump right in.
Here we go!
This is another game that I actually did play back then as a kid, so that wasn't the case for Super Turrican 2, but there are plenty of games that I did grow up playing. And there's a bunch of dialogue. I'm just gonna skip right through that.
We're gonna break through that fleet.
Got the cool mech suits launching.
Don't bother you yet.
Now, something that really stands out to me about this one is I always had a hard time with this game growing up, but the funniest thing is I did not know for the longest time that there actually is a lock aim button.
What about L?
So I can actually... I'll just demonstrate it in a moment, where I can just stand still and move back and forth like this, or even just shoot at an angle like that and move around shooting. So I don't really need to destroy these guys. I'm just kind of exploring for the power chips. That's one of the important items I like to keep track of in this game.
You like potato chip?
So I do kind of feel like this game is another Konami title that I feel like this one gets kind of overlooked. Or maybe not particularly overlooked, but I do kind of feel like I don't really hear about this one as much compared to a lot of the other ones that came from Konami, but I do feel that this is a very solid title. It kind of fits in that place with all the other available run and gun games that are on the Super Nintendo, since usually the Super Nintendo didn't always have a whole lot of the arcade types, at least not quite to the reputation that Sega consoles did. So, I'm getting my triggers mixed up. I have the temptation to use the Xbox triggers for the shoulder buttons. So you actually can use a shield like that. And it doesn't even matter if I'm facing the right way or not, it's just going to block either way, so that's at least a nice thing to keep in mind. So I do want to keep track of these power chips that are here because that's going to upgrade my weapon. And I want to upgrade the machine gun, which is the standard weapon, of course. At least one more time. Gonna need like about 8 more power chips. I think it's actually up there by the ammunition. Of course, you never do run out of ammo except for the... you'll get missiles at a later point, so it's one of the only weapons that actually runs out. But you never run out of this weapon, so... I always like games that let you have guns like this without any particular limits. Just a bunch of cannons in this first level. Not really worried about health, it's pretty straightforward first level. So yeah, when I did discover that you can actually lock aim, this game just got so much easier for me. I think around it was late 2011 actually, I think I started playing this again. So it was a long time before I actually discovered that was even an option. Oh yeah, I really like these Mode 7 explosions. It's a really cool effect. Alright, let's just fast forward that. I have the option, so why not? So yeah, this second level's probably the prime example for me. Of course, starting out here, you're just actually in an auto-scrolling segment, so you just keep firing left, or right, I mean. I'm just thinking about the fact that I have to keep my eyes open for the enemies that appear on the left. Because they like to pop out and shoot those missiles. You can tank a lot of hits from those, so it's good to preserve the health while you can. But yeah, like the second level boss can be really tough if you don't use the lock aim. I feel like that's one of the more essential battles for using it, so it always felt like a huge accomplishment for me if I ever got to the third level in this game. But now it's just such an easy thing to do. Famous last words, right? So like I can move around here, but I can still lock my aim, so just keep making everything a little easier. A lot of power chips just scattered about.
Chip here.
We'll even angle it. Oh. Should be a new weapon here, yeah. It's the missiles.
Rocket launcher.
Not gonna use them on this level though. I don't really have a whole lot of occasions for using the missiles, to be honest, but I do like to upgrade them. And just kind of spam them at different times, just for fun. It's kind of my style, is just spam the weapons until you run out.
Crush everyone.
Alright, boss coming up. Just all this dialogue.
Okay.
Yeah, so locking aim here, because you have all these asteroids here with their gun mounts, and I had to try and park down there and shoot up sometimes. I think that was one of my old tactics, and then kind of jump away from danger, but I always took so many hits from this boss. So he's already almost dead. Like the first, the front of the ship gets kind of wrecked like that, so yeah, I'm not really worried about health, so that's pretty much it for that level. Yeah, fast forward.
Faster, me beauty, faster!
Yep. This is a pretty cool, expansive level. Lots of freedom exploring this first area. And of course I just have fun blowing everything up. All of these things, just try not to float around too much. It only gets a tiny bit annoying when the dialogue interrupts the action. This game is actually known as Assault Suits Vulcan in Japan, and I think that one has like a lot more dialogue. So this is like one of the instances where I would prefer the US version, just to have as little dialogue as possible. It might actually be the same amount in terms of like those parts where you're kind of skipping through the dialogue. I can't exactly remember. It's been a while since I've seen it. It actually might be a little more like Star Fox, like the dialogue just kind of goes on in the background. Oh yeah, see, now I have my fully upgraded machine gun.
Oh, big shot.
Bullets get much thicker. Just waste time blowing up all the cannons. These big fuel barrel things, whatever they are. Alright, just sliding, dashing. I'm gonna start upgrading the missiles now, if I find one. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, you do have the punch, which you can upgrade, so... I think some speedrunners do that, but I'm not really interested in using the fist. Kind of do the Falcon Punch kind of maneuver when it's fully upgraded. Which is pretty cool, honestly. I do think it's really nice having all these different options. Just do that. Just get rid of that pest. And just make these blow up just because it's fun to do. One more of those and at least another cannon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Now we finally enter inside. Yeah, this used to be really tough for me as a kid. I think I watched my brother play and beat this game, of course. He was raised on the NES, so games like this were nothing to him. And he actually did beat quite a few NES games, I imagine. You know, the funny cannons moving around. You can actually float around here, I guess. There's just a kind of anti-gravity zone. They shoot these sticks of gum at you. It always kind of looked like that to me. Oh, really bad spot. Just kind of focus on one of them. You only really need to destroy one, and then the other one just kind of blows the door open for you. More dialogue. These funny little soldiers with their guns. You have to be careful here because there are these bombs that float toward you. And there's actually some upgrades I can miss here, so I don't want to do that. Just gotta carefully inch my way forward. Oops. Okay, yeah, see that one there? Carefully. Pretty sure there's at least a little more. Come on. I can grab it. Just blow past that. I do like the variety of locations that you play in for this game. Yeah. So I've upgraded the missiles, but I can upgrade them again when I get 6 more chips, I think. And there's a spot where I can miss some chips coming up here. I think I need to dodge 2 more of these missiles. There's this one and just one down here. So it's down here. Try to time this carefully. Come on. Oh, no. Can get to it. I don't really need that. Yeah, I actually tend to miss that. I just can't seem to ever really time it just right for some reason. But there's, I think, a couple of power chips if you go that way, so it's really nice to have that. This boss, that thing on the side, I always thought kind of looked like a face. Actually, this thing kind of looks like a big flying tool. I always thought. So I try to angle it like this and float upwards, so I keep dodging. Let's see. Yeah, now that face doesn't look very happy.
Holy split personalities!
Thankfully I have the fully upgraded machine gun. There we go. So once you take care of that guy, it's just about destroying these 4 cores. Pretty cool visual work. Just a couple more, I'm pretty sure. I really enjoy this game's soundtrack, by the way. It's just such a fantastic soundtrack. Pretty cool. Fitting for the atmosphere. That should do it.
That'll do it.
Yep. Fast forward. Oh, this one. I think this one used to destroy me quite a bit. At least as a kid when I played this. It was easy to take so many hits. So I really want to focus on destroying the green mech suits because they're going to give me these power chips.
Chip here.
And switch quickly and just rinse and repeat. Oh, switching sides, come on. So just 3 more power chips, come on. Try to do it. It's tough. One more. Excellent.
That's mine!
Cool. Yeah, don't think I need to worry much about the power chips anymore until I get the next weapon, which will be a laser, which is really cool. A lot of dialogue. I should mention there's actually a chance throughout this game to fail missions, but you still continue onward. It just leads into a bad ending. So the first level and the... Let's see, there's the first level, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 6th levels are the ones you can fail that lead to a bad ending, so... I do think it's interesting they actually have that as an option. Like if I didn't destroy those cores in time in the previous level, you would actually see a big kind of meteor hitting towards the Earth here in the background. It's actually kind of an interesting visual, but I always pretty much do my part and destroy the cores.
Good dog, man.
There's just one enemy I'm gonna have to fight here. It's kind of like a boss. This guy is actually going to be our final boss, by the way, eventually. I don't know if I consider that a spoiler alert or what. Not really. Not to me, anyway. This guy, basically, you fight him again much later. And eventually is the final boss. There he goes. Fast forward again.
Speedy!
Alright, here's my favorite level. Really like this one. It's just got a lot of fun sequences. Or the set piece action, whatever you want to call it. I tend to go back and forth for whatever reason.
Yep.
It's got a little bit of the auto-scrolling and shooting these ships. Wherever they are.
What the heck?
Alright, now it's off into the battlefield. I'm just gonna spam missiles just for fun. Fully upgraded. Yeah, I don't really use them a whole lot. It's just kind of fun to do this. Alright, there's our next weapon. Now I'm gonna focus on upgrading that one. It's gonna be the laser.
Laser gun.
There's some good opportunities, I think, at the boss to get at least some chips. Really don't need to destroy these cannons, probably. But I can't help myself if I have guns. I just want to shoot stuff. So just a couple more chips will upgrade it at least once. I won't actually be able to fully upgrade this until the last level. There's about 7 stages in this game, by the way. So it'll be on that last level. These funny little things are a little annoying. Totally messing up my aim. Machine gun might actually clear these faster. Just need to focus on getting those, one of those chips show up.
You like potato chip?
I don't remember if there's any other ones over here. Just exploring a little bit. Oh, there's one. Yeah, there we go. If you think that's pretty big for a laser, just wait till you see the last level. When it's fully upgraded, it's just really crazy. Here's our mid-boss. I like doing that little gesture. Sliding and then pulling myself back while shooting. Whoops. Love the sound this thing makes. It just kind of slams around the place. It's really cool visual work again with the laser. The glorious Mode 7 effects.
Yep.
Whoops. Landing right in the middle of danger. These bombers start coming from above. They can still drop their bombs even if you destroy them like that. Failed that one. Ooh. Power chips. Now it's on to the boss of the level shortly. It's a cool shuttle launch. We actually have to take this down when it goes up. Well, eventually when we catch up to it. too bad that Artemis launch was cancelled. It's actually probably not too far from where we are. Kind of curious how loud that would have been from here. Anyway, in this case, though, got the boss battle here. This is also really tough for me as a kid. But if you destroy these cannons, actually, they drop health. And then the mechs that you destroy here can drop power chips sometimes.
No!
Sometimes. Of course, I missed that other one. I'm gonna focus on wrecking this.
I'm gonna wreck it!
Another health chip. Oh, I missed another one. Just trashing this thing. Of course, the cockpit. Yeah, now it's wrecked.
Yep.
See if we can get at least one. Oh, come on. Nope.
Fail.
Oh, well. Gotta get 5 power chips. That's kind of a lot.
Like a lot?
I don't think I'll be able to upgrade this one on the next level because you actually go into a cave and for some reason it disables the use of the laser.
Not appearing in this film.
Come on.
Oh.
Alright, stage 6. Once again, has the kind of auto-scroll segment. Dialogue. Just kind of getting up to these guys who drop grenades. It can be a little annoying. If you get too far ahead of them, they'll shoot at you. Yeah, and those grenades really just tank on the hits.
It's a tank!
I think usually I would like to hover above these guys and just do this. So I'm either too far ahead. If I'm ahead, they'll just shoot at me with the laser. Great. But yeah, being too far behind, they'll just launch those grenades. They pretty much do it anyway. I mean, even if I'm not behind them, it's just trying to be careful of the lasers. I don't remember how much damage the laser causes, though. I would think almost anything is better than the grenades. I think one of the last times I played this, I lost more, maybe like half my health or more than half just from the grenades. So I did really badly in dodging them. So they can be very deadly. Alright. Yeah, I won't be able to use the laser for some reason. It's really weird. Yeah, we're suddenly with a machine gun. And I guess it's only the missile or the machine gun. Vulcan, it's called. Just a quick mid-boss. This is actually really easy. You just stand here and keep shooting it. So it just becomes a waiting game.
I'm waiting!
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, should almost be there. Just block for a moment. They do this annoying thing where when they're getting close to blowing up, they'll start to hover toward you like that. And get really close and personal.
You are starting to annoy me.
I don't have anything I can upgrade.
Oh.
So, it's too bad. These power chips would have been really nice for the laser. Come on, budge.
Holy levitation!
Yeah, just keep hovering really close to the player. Usually I go this way. I think this might be the quickest way to the way forward because these caves are pretty non-linear. You just have to find your way. It's actually down here, but there is health, I think, in this direction if you keep going there. I think I'll just ignore it for now. Or just ignore it completely, really, because I'm just gonna Keep going here until I find the way out. Just don't want to run into these bombs. Oh, right when I said that, I accidentally hit the dash.
Inconceivable!
Need that meme image where that person says, "Please be careful of the crack," and then they trip over it. It's like the story of my life at times. That thing tries to ram you suddenly. So sad to leave all those chips behind. Guess that's a good way to stop, is just hit the... Oh. Hit the shield button. I've done it sometimes by accident, because the other way you can dash is just by hitting forward twice. So I've done that at times and found myself suddenly dashing right into danger. So now we just follow these cannons outside and we'll have our laser again.
Yeehaw!
Just focus on destroying these. There is a mid-boss that emerges though. This is the other mission, of course you can fail if you don't destroy these cannons in time. Yeah, that guy's gonna try and create a problem. Just go away from him for now. Yep. Dialogue. There we go.
I'm leaving!
Yep.
There's one more, all the way on the far side.
Hurry, let's go! Hurry!
Of course, they don't actually give you time limits, so I don't really know how long you have to destroy these. But anyway, there it is. Do a good missile spam once again. Alright. A bunch of dialogue.
Speedy!
Last level. Still need 5 power chips for the laser though, unfortunately. Kinda wonder how I'm gonna be able to do that in time. Really like the music for this last level.
Holy high rises!
Pretty cool setting. Whoops. Still got the... Or the missiles, almost a machine gun. I'm using that right now.
Oh.
Let's see. Come on. Somebody's got to cough it up.
Holy traffic jam!
Just now I got a bunch of guys shooting at me. Now those guys can be pests. And these guys, of course. So just 4 more.
Let's go!
Almost good. Oh no.
Erase from existence.
I need these guys to show up, and they're disappearing. Those mechs, because they cough up those power chips sometimes. Not always. It's really bad for me. Got a little too fixated on the one that got away. I don't think I can make them respawn either. It's a bad thing. I'll just walk carefully forward. Much as I like to dash around, get into trouble. It's not good.
No!
These guys getting away. Shouldn't worry about that guy getting away, he just always hovers way too close to me anyway. 2 more.
That's 2.
Somebody has to have it. At least I'm not on a time limit right now or anything. I think I'm getting close to the end of this first segment. Oh, just 1 more. 1 more. Well, I'm taking a lot of hits suddenly.
Dang it!
Just just realized I have only half of my health. It's probably not a good sign, actually, because I don't want to be too careless going into the next boss. Of course, these guys are going to sneak up behind me, too, by the way. I should be able to upgrade my laser, though. There should be enough of these guys left. Here we go. Just a big dang laser, once again. I like to think of it as the infinite lightsaber. Just a big beam waving around. It's just really fun to do this. It's really cool visual work. Alright, so this boss, it's that same guy again. Beldark is his name.
What the heck?
He's in this suit. And I want to focus on shooting the little cannons that appear, because they're gonna... when I destroy them, they're gonna actually drop health. I can actually fly around here, which is pretty cool. Just focus on shooting those. I'm taking a lot of hits. Alright, health. Come on. Ah, boy. Probably not good. Oh, there we go. And I got him too. So that's our second fight with him. Just one more fight because he escapes and runs ahead. Can't do anything about that though. Alright, last little section, and that's going to lead to the final boss. Get the cool music again. Of course, all the music's really cool.
Yep.
Ooh, I want that. And I don't want that. Backwards, come on. There goes my health. Kinda. Gotta be careful. Time this jump. Just kind of fly over the gaps. There's another mid-boss. I think in the Japanese version, since it has more dialogue, the guy that... I didn't actually point this out earlier, but on that 4th stage, when I fought Beldark the first time, there was a ship that was a survivor, a mech suit, I should say. And I guess that person survives, and you're actually fighting them here. So even though you save their life, you're actually going to end up fighting them anyway. Kind of tragic. Anyway. Bunch of health. Good to see. Here's our last boss. Now he's got the huge mech.
Now you've unlocked the beast.
I'm gonna fly around here. Watch out for all these shots from the cannons, of course. This thing can drop health too, so if you want to hover underneath it to pick it up, could do that. Of course, you do pick up a lot of health going into this boss, so it's not a huge deal. Not for me, anyway. Alright, destroying that claw thing pretty much causes that gatling to emerge. Gosh, can't talk today. It's got machine gun fire, and now you gotta focus on shooting. Like he kinda has a laser cannon in his mouth, I guess. So you have the small windows for being able to shoot at the final boss. Usually try to bait him into shooting downward.
You have to play by their rules.
So I kinda hover around here. Oh, he baited me this time.
You blew it!
I'm gonna be careful there. Shouldn't take too long. Maybe a couple or a few more tries. Probably few. Do you need to get a lot of hits in? Just kind of hiding here. The machine gun fire.
Almost there.
Gotta be close. Come on, budge. There we go. Have fun with our lasers. It's just really cool. There we go, that's Cybernator. No deaths, which is nice.
Yep.
Kind of ran the risk of going into that that mid-boss fight when I had to get all that health. I think time before last that did end up happening because I was goofing around too much in the city segment, so I wasn't paying attention to my health and I got really low and I got destroyed. But yeah, so this is a really fun game. I really enjoy it. Just about everything about it is really nice. The graphics, at least for the Super Nintendo. Soundtrack, I really like the visuals there of the city. You know, really cool background art. Got the funny thing with the people running. Yeah, I got really addicted to playing this game when I discovered that the L button could be used to lock aim. I just ended up having a lot more fun with this game. Because it just became that place where you were, at least if you ignore that button, then you pretty much are stuck kind of moving around left and right trying to shoot at enemies, you know. Kind of like playing the first Contra, the first or second one, if you're like kind of running back and forth shooting diagonally. Just shoot at one enemy or something like that. It just becomes a nuisance, you know. So it just really helped make this experience a lot more complete and really fun. The first time I played this game, it was at a rental store. It wasn't at Blockbuster, but like there was a rental store. I don't remember what it was called. It was probably a local place in Oceanside. But it had like a selection of games that were really different from what Blockbuster had, so it was always kind of interesting going there because I got to see at least a few games that I hadn't seen at Blockbuster, and this was one of those games that I rented there one time. And it was just cool looking at the back of these boxes and seeing all the cool screenshots and getting to try it out. And of course I watched my brother play and beat this game. I think I could only ever get to the second level. Or maybe not even the second level actually when I rented it, but later on I could only get so far. And of course eventually I would return to it, and I just ended up playing it a whole lot after I adjusted to the new control scheme with the addition of the locking function. It just changed a lot for the game, for me, I mean. But yeah, I just think it's really cool experience. I forgot to mention during the ending there with the end dialogue, there were actually some typos in there. But yeah, anyway, so I think that's going to do it for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Actually, I should mention, it might be fun to make some suggestions. I was thinking kind of, I almost wanted to do the Lost Levels from Super Mario All-Stars, and some other considerations, maybe Hagane, maybe something else. I'm just kind of thinking about the Super Nintendo library mostly, because I did that video going through my Super Nintendo collection. I thought it would be fun to try playing quite a few of them, maybe. I could play some other things too, but I just thought I'd throw that out there. Maybe there are some ideas anyone else could have. But until then, I'll give it some thought, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.